Pretty good. What we doing?
If you don't mind me asking, is your body cam on?
It is.
Okay. Why do you have your gloves on?
I always wear my gloves.
Okay.
Why you have a mask on?
Do I not have the right to have a mask?
Absolutely, but what are you doing filming the bank?
Exactly what it seems like.
For what?
Is there not a First Amendment?
There is a First Amendment, but you've got people concerned, so I'm just asking what you're doing.
So my right to record as people concerned? So you enforce feelings?
No, I'm just asking what you're doing.
Why don't you enforce the law?
Get your hands out of your pockets.
Okay. It's pretty cold, so
I understand.
I don't have gloves like you. So
You want some?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I like to have my hands in.
You got any ID on you?
Why would I need that?
I'm just wanting to find out who you are. You got a mask on. I can't see your face.
Exactly. We're in public.
You are. But you need to vacate in front of the bank.
And where am I at?
You're in Lake Ozark, Missouri.
Am I not on the public easement?
You are.
So why do I need to vacate the public sidewalk?
Because you've got people nervous and they want to know what you're doing.
Are you giving me a lawful order?
I am giving you a lawful order. You need to move the area.
Let me ask you this.
Young man, I'm not going to play this game with you.
You waive your qualified immunity.
I'm not going to play this game with you.
You waive your qualified immunity.
You need to step. You need to get stepping.
You waive your qualified immunity.
You need to get the stepping.
I'm asking you to pull out your sergeant. I'm asking you to get your sergeant.
I don't have to get my sergeant.
Get Sergeant Myers.
I don't have to do that.
Get Sergeant Myers. I'm asking you to get a sergeant here.
Alright guys, buckle up, because this story explodes the moment Clayton Wolf steps into frame. This is Lake Ozark, Missouri, where Clayton Wolf, a veteran cop with decades on the badge, confronts a citizen doing nothing more than standing on a public sidewalk. The camera is rolling, the law is clear, and yet Clayton Wolf walks in already tense, already defensive. Questions come fast about gloves, masks, cameras, none of them tied to an actual crime. From the very start, Clayton Wolf isn't enforcing law, he's enforcing discomfort, and that difference matters more than he realizes.
You don't know the law.
Yeah, I know the law.
You're a dangerous man.
29 years I've been doing it.
You got your gloves on, you're ready to put your hands on me?
I'm not going to put my hands on you.
To jail?
My hands are on my vest.
You gave me an unlawful order to vacate when I'm on a public sidewalk.
You are on a public sidewalk.
So why would I need to leave?
I'm giving you a lawful order that you need to vacate in front of the area. Young man, I'm not going to... Yeah, you're free to go.
I'm free to stay. Thank you.
You need to vacate the area.
I'm not vacating.
Yeah, you are.
Nope.
You go with me then.
So you're going to put your hands on me?
Yeah, turn around.
I asked you to put... I asked you to get Sergeant Myers.
I'm not going to put... I'm not getting Sergeant Myers. I've asked you to move.
I asked you to get Sergeant Myers.
I've asked you to move.
I asked you to get Sergeant Myers. You're gonna don't. You gonna? Hey, excuse me. He threw my phone down. On
I sure did.
Guys. He threw my
I sure
phone
did.
On the ground, guys.
Yeah.
Threw my phone on the ground, guys.
I sure did.
Why'd you do that? Can you get my phone, sir? I'm asking you, do you not want to get Sergeant Meyer out here?
No. I'll take you to him.
Why not?
Even better, huh?
You're gonna unlawfully arrest me.
I'm not arresting you. I'm just detaining you.
Okay, for what crime? For what crime? For what crime? Don't turn my phone on. Don't turn my phone on. That is my First Amendment to record. Do not turn my phone on. Do not turn my phone on. Do not.
It hasn't been recording since your phone was arrested. So how do I turn it off?
He turned my phone on.
Listen closely here, because this is where Clayton Wolf starts crossing dangerous lines. The citizen calmly asserts constitutional rights, but Clayton Wolf responds with authority instead of articulation. He demands identification without naming a single crime, leaning on intimidation instead of statute. Clayton Wolf keeps repeating that people are nervous, as if feelings suddenly outrank the Constitution. Every lawful question is brushed off. Every challenge is met with ego. This isn't confusion, this is power being tested in real time by Clayton Wolf.
How did I turn your phone off?
You threw it on the ground.
The screen won't stay off.
Exactly. You threw my phone on the ground.
Going up here, okay?
That's fine. I'm asking you to Sergeant Meyer out here. You're making a mistake.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you my name.
Well, you're failing to identify yourself, so that's why
What crime have I committed?
You're failing to identify
yourself. What is your reasonable articulable suspicion I committed a crime?
What ID yourself, dude?
What is your reasonable articulable suspicion?
Because you're failing to identify yourself.
What crime
Yeah.
So I know his name, I just can't think of it right now.
Gave him an lawful order to move out in front of the bank. He's got people nervous, and he's failing to identify himself. So there's my reason. Now, he's been screaming and hollering for you anyway. Says he knows you. That's what he said. He won't take his mask down. He won't tell me who he is.
Is your body cam on?
It is.
Sergeant Myers. What am I doing in?
You know his?
I'm familiar with him. I don't remember your name right off my head, but...
What am I doing in cuffs?
Well, he detained you for his investigation.
He couldn't tell me what crime I committed.
You failed to comply with a lawful order. I done told you. I told you to get moving, and I told you to identify yourself.
What crime have I committed?
I just told you.
Before you were here on the scene, what crime have I committed?
Now the pressure spikes, and Clayton Wolf escalates instead of de-escalates. A public sidewalk becomes a battlefield of words, with Clayton Wolf issuing orders he cannot justify. The camera captures it all as Clayton Wolf grabs the phone and slams it down. That single act turns suspicion into evidence. Evidence of misconduct. Still, Clayton Wolf insists this is only a detainment, refusing to name the crime that triggered it. At this moment, Clayton Wolf is no longer protecting the public, he's protecting his pride.
None.
Okay, so why do I have to ID myself?
Because I gave you a lawful order to do so, because I'm investigating on why you're standing out here in front.
You cannot articulate what crime I committed.
All right.
Hang on, let me get the...
You can't articulate what crime I committed.
Once you tell me who you are, you're going.
That is the, I can figure his name out.
Because what he was doing, he was standing here, he wasn't breaking any laws by being on the sidewalk. And I asked him, I said, hey, you've got people in here nervous. Would you mind stepping down the road for me? He goes, am I on a public easement? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, why is your fucking gloves on? I said, I wear them all the time when I deal with people. And he goes, well, I ain't fucking moving. I said, I'm giving you an order to get to stepping and identify yourself and pull your mask down. Fuck you, I ain't gonna do that either. I said, okay, if you're not gonna identify yourself, you're going back in my car until you identify yourself. But he wasn't breaking any laws. He's allowed to film all day long.
Did they ever tell him to leave or anything? Or was he ever on?
They're saying he was on the grass. Wolf's double checking, because if he was on this portion of the grass, that's technically theirs. That portion's not. Like I said, when I got here, he was standing on the sidewalk filming, which he's allowed to do. But he says he knows you.
Well, he's done some video requests before. I know I can get his name.
This is where the story cracks wide open, because even fellow officers can't back Clayton Wolf's logic. Sergeant Meyer arrives, and suddenly the narrative shifts from confidence to contradiction. It's admitted out loud the citizen broke no laws, committed no crime, violated nothing. Yet Clayton Wolf had already put hands on him, already placed him in custody. The justification collapses under scrutiny, and Clayton Wolf knows it. You can hear it in the pauses, the backtracking, the excuses.
I know that. We have him in a report or two. I just can't think of it right off my head.
Wolf did a traffic stop on him here a while back.
Yeah.
But he's trying to find his name and he can't find it. Of course he locked it. Once he tells me his name, it's free to go.
I've got his name. As long if there's no crime from on their end, then
Okay. I'll wait for Wolf to come back, and then.
We probably want to know if they're going to want to trespass him from here.
But I'm not going to play the game coming back every 20 minutes either.
Well, if he ain't on their property, then he's not trespassing.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying.
I mean on their end before we kick him.
I did not curse it that way. I did not curse him at all. He said I said fuck you, and I did not curse him at all. He's going.
That might just be a figure. I always talk like that.
I did not curse it.
I always talk like that. But regardless, I gave you it. We're not gonna overtalk each other.
We're not
gonna overtalk over each other.
Let me talk to him.
Pay attention here, because this is the quiet admission of failure by Clayton Wolf. Officers acknowledge filming is legal and the sidewalk is public property. The original reason for the stop dissolves into vague claims and secondhand complaints. Clayton Wolf is left standing on nothing but authority without foundation. Still, instead of accountability, the strategy becomes delay and control. This is how unlawful detentions survive, by stretching time and testing patience.
I did not say that. I said,
They're not going to do anything about it. They don't want him trespassed or anything.
Then why did they call?
I don't know. They said that they had customers coming in and coming to the drive-thru, coming on the call lines, saying that they felt unsafe and that he
Yeah, he didn't break any laws because he was on the sidewalk.
right, and saying that they were he was pointing at them, harassing them, and just doing all sorts of things, just basically pointing at camera and pointing at them.
Oh, okay.
So he hasn't done anything aside from not identifying.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay.
But
Well, as soon as Meyer gets done, I'll cut him loose and we'll just play the game. Every 20 minutes we'll be back dealing with him.
We're making sure there's no criminal offense that was committed before we got here at the bank.
And there wasn't, so
They called us.
but he put me in cuffs
That's a
because I
detainment.
was not moving.
That's a detainment. He had an investigation to do
I'm
here at
telling
the
you,
bank.
y'all messed up. Y'all messed up extremely bad.
You always say that to us.
I've not always said it to you. I've only had one interaction with you.
But every time we've dealt with you, it's always us.
It is y'all. Officer Clayton Wolf does not know the law. He asked me where'd I get my law book from. I said I don't have to identify myself if I'm the passenger.
Now the consequences hit hard, and Clayton Wolf can't walk them back. Handcuffs are applied, force is used, and a shoulder is injured. Medical attention is requested, not as a tactic, but as a necessity. Clayton Wolf insists everything was justified, even as the facts say otherwise. The citizen keeps asking one question that never gets answered: what crime was committed? Silence becomes Clayton Wolf's loudest response.
You're in the vehicle. He tried to fabricate probable cause by saying I didn't have my seatbelt on when I in fact did on camera.
Okay,
So
but look.
he couldn't get my ID and identify me, so he doesn't know my name. Now you don't know my name because you don't remember the public record request that I submitted.
I just don't remember right off the top of my head.
He doesn't know my name because I never gave my name and or ID because I have not committed a crime.
Okay, and that may be the case.
Okay, so why am I still in cuffs?
Because we are in still investigation of this.
When
we
is
were
this-
called here for this.
Okay, so how long am I going to sit back here?
I'm going to talk to him. He went in to talk to them, and then we're going to figure this out. Give me another minute.
Is his body cam on?
yes, it is.
Don't mute yours and don't mute
See the
mute
recording on
do
there?
not mute
you don't have
those
to show
body
him. You don't
cams.
have to show him that shit.
Is there a crime here? Are they wanting
They don't want him
trespass?
trespassed. They got nothing.
Okay. How about?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you done messed up. Put your hands on me like that. And I'm on a public easement. They broke no law. Couldn't articulate any kind of law that broken, and you put me in handcuffs.
I sure did.
And you messed my shoulder up, so I need medical attention.
Well, you're going to be free to go.
No, I need medical attention because you done messed my shoulder up. Look how he's handling me.
Just let him get the cuffs on.
I'm relaxing. Look how he's handling me.
Once he gets the cuffs on,
No, I need
you
medical
are free
attention.
to call them.
This is the unraveling, where Clayton Wolf's authority finally runs out. No charges, no trespass, no violations, just a citizen who knew the law. The cuffs come off, but the damage is already done. Clayton Wolf's actions can't be undone, only documented. What started as a lawful recording ends as a textbook example of rights ignored, and every second of it is preserved on camera.
I can't even feel my hand.
Call for a medical.
I can't even feel my hand, bro.
Okay, well, he's calling for you.
Damn, bro.
You're free to go.
I can't even feel my hand. I need.
Here you go. Here's your shed.
I need an ambulance, man.
He's calling for one. It's kind of interesting.
What am I doing wrong? You put me on their property now. I have have not stepped on their property at all.
You're free to go.
But I've always been free to go, and I was free to stay.
You wasn't. You were detained until he could
But
investigate
what crime have I committed?
That's what he was investigating.
What crime have I committed?
That's what he was investigating. Once he went in and talked to them, and they said there was no crime, you're free to go. You're out of cuffs. You can go.
But what's your badge number name? What's your badge number name?
I'm not doing this video.
Here's the final takeaway, and it's bigger than Clayton Wolf alone. This is what happens when officers mistake commands for laws and compliance for consent. Clayton Wolf didn't stop a crime. He created a constitutional problem. Knowing your rights isn't arrogance, it's protection. Recording isn't provocation, it's accountability. And as long as incidents like this exist, stories like Clayton Wolf's must be told, clearly, loudly, and without apology.